Welcome to another episode of Fantasy Trash Talk, the YouTube channel that hits harder than Draymond Green in a contract year. Let's give you a quick update of stuff that's going on with the channel, then get right into this episode. Number one, if you guys saw that cheater video earlier, I highly recommend it. Oh, this guy is cheating. We had some proof before, but I'm doing an entire video. We have tons of evidence this guy be a cheater. Number two, I'm doing a draft giveaway. You guys have asked me to do some drafts at different levels, so I'm going to do a $5 league, a $20 league, a $50 league, maybe even a $100 league. And then I don't want to manage those drafts all year. I'm going to give them away to you guys. So if you're watching, you're a younger person, don't have a bunch of bread, and you're like, oh, I want to play in a $100 league, $50 league, go ahead and comment. I'll be picking random people that comment on this video to be giving them away for each of those. Okay, and then there's a $1,000 league on Yahoo Public that's drafting on the 17th. It's the only auction $1,000 league on the 17th. It currently has 5 people in it. I'm looking to fill that. Want some more competition? If you're a big baller watching this channel, check that out. It currently has 5 people in it. Let's see if we can't fill that up. Your money will be refunded if it doesn't fill. Okay, what is the video today? The video today, we're going to talk about the art of the snipe trade. So you might be thinking, what is a snipe trade? I'll explain what it is. When you're playing in Snake or auction, but I'll explain it in Snake first because most of you guys play Snake, and you have a 7th round pick, a 6th round pick, a 10th round pick, and you're in a punt or you have some kind of strategy, maybe you're even going best player available. But for this pick coming up, you don't love the players. None of the players really speaks to you. None of the players you really believe in. You're not like, okay, this is my favorite pick. What you can do is execute a move that I call the snipe then trade. So what that means is you have a list of players that you kind of loosely organize in your head. I'm going to give you 6 of those players in this video. And those players have an ADP. Let's use 90. Let's say you have the 90th pick. This guy shows up and he's a 92 ADP. He's very close, plus or minus 3 slots of where you were going to pick anyway. And he plays like he's about the 90th best player. He's projected to be about the 90th best player. However, if you put that player into a punt, then they play like a top 30, top 40, top 50 player. Even if that's not your punt, what your move is, you're a smart player. You're a big brain, galaxy brain. You're Draymond Green in a contract year, punching a teammate so that you can get traded to the Lakers. Oh, you're so smart that you grab that guy even though you don't want him because you know that at least one other team, if not 2, are going to be punting and they need that player. So who are the players that qualify for a snipe trade? Here's an example. If you're punting field goal and blocks, Buddy Hield of the Indiana Pacers and Sadiq Bey both get massive bumps, jumping up 40 to 60 slots depending on which build configuration and which projections you're using. So if I'm sitting at 85, I might not love Sadiq Bey, but if I don't love another player that fits my build, I'm going to grab him, and now I'm going to dangle him. Hey, you want this? I'll give it to you if you give me more value. And if the other team doesn't even have a player that fits your punt, you can just take a player that has more overall value. You might be able to get a player from them that has an ADP of 70 or 75, and you pick Sadiq Bey at 90. There's no such thing as free money. I'm giving you guys strategies. Some of these strategies will work if properly executed. All of them will fail if you don't do them right. If you're playing in a league where your friends don't like to trade and it's very hard to get a realistic trade done, maybe don't execute on the strategy. But if you're playing in a cash league, a competitive league, I play in a bunch of 250s, 500s, 1000s, a lot of trades happening in those leagues. Things like this get done all the time. If you're punting free throw percentage, this might be obvious to you guys, but some guys that are in late round for snakes, you can get both of these players after 60. They might be sitting there right on the ADP of your next pick. Jakob Poeltl, if you're punting free throw, has a 0.62 Z-score jump. That's a massive jump. That's like the equivalent of the 130th best player, or the 120th best player jumping all the way up to like the 30th best player. Massive. It could be a 100-point swing in terms of Z-score. Clint Capella, almost as good. If you're a punt free throw team and you're missing out on bigs just because you don't have the snake selection in your draft, you can pick Jakob, you can pick Clint Capella, and then trade it to that guy later. All right. If you're punting points, you'll notice the Z-score is not massively upgraded for this. It's just a 0.18 for Time Lord and a 0.17 for Jared Vanderbilt. Don't think that a punt points team isn't interested. I'll give one caveat here, okay? Usually a punt points team has a hard time trading with other teams because the players they own are worth more to them than the players that they would get back in a trade. There's possibly two exceptions this year by ADP, and I think that's Time Lord post injury, because now he's been falling a little too far, and it's Jared Vanderbilt. And we've talked about both of these players in other videos on the channel. By the way, guys, if you're watching this far, don't forget to like and subscribe. My focus is on giving you guys the most value per minute. There's a lot of channels out there. They just want to spend 2 hours a day listening to themselves talk. They'll do a regular podcast where it's real casual and they'll upload it to YouTube. I take time making graphics, and I speak really fast, and I drink a lot of coffee so I can hit you guys with as many facts and as many tips and tricks as possible. Hit you faster and quicker than Draymond Green in a contract here. Okay, guys, so the reason why these two players are actually so valuable as trade pieces is because they have a 0.18 and a 0.17, very similar Z-score in punt points, but usually you don't just punt points. You punt points plus threes, points plus assists, points plus, it's usually 2 or 3 more things. And I didn't want to put 18 different combinations here, but these two players receive some of the biggest benefits possible in a punt points build. You can get them late, trade them for profit later. Finally, guys, for the end of this video, I have been doing league rating videos. So if you want me to evaluate your entire league, so I will not evaluate your draft, but if you look at the image right here, it's really blurry. The guy sent it to me in low fidelity. So what I need you to do is check out one of my draft recap videos, the shorter ones, the fast draft recap. Look at how I took pictures of every team so it's clear, okay? Message me on Instagram, say you want me to rate your team, and send me clear pictures of your entire draft. And the more pretty you make it like this, but better quality, that means that I can take it, put it up so the other viewers can see it, and I will rate your entire league's draft and talk about the strategies that I see in a video. Okay, guys, that's going to do it for this one. We're getting in, we're out, we're doing content. I have a whole bunch of more videos coming up, so don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you guys next time.